Yo, 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 what is up, everybody, and welcome to the Week 4 podcast. I'm here with GCI, Toxo, Dwarf, and the man himself, Kyle. Uh,
Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Why does Carl get an extra
I
bit
don't know, why
and
not, you
no
know
one
what I mean?
else?
Like,
Because I'm the
what's that
man
about?
himself.
yeah,
That's
it's
No,
mad.
no.
I can't deny that, Carl.
No, I think this is offensive. I think we should all get our special
Yeah, this
thing.
is
This is
Yeah.
discriminatory,
Right,
or however you say it.
persecution.
Yeah, what he said. 'Cause
right.
I know that word.
Um, but yeah, so we've had there've been quite a few free ones this week, actually, in results. Following, yeah, there's quite a few free ones and free O's following the trend of week 1, I guess.
I think it's a bit of a mixed bag, Some 3-1s, some 3-2s, some 3-0s. It's quite a mixed bag there. Lots to jump in to.
Yeah, do you want to start us off?
So yeah, I'll start us off. We had Team Lotus versus Team Unseen. I didn't play in that game. We let our sub Cheeky come in and play, and well, Cheeky showed up. Managed to pull through, get a 3-1 win. Myself and Brooksy returned to casting. It was good. But yeah, not much to say. They just, Cheeky's a very similar player to myself. Yeah, it's the Unseen Jeff. But yeah, Cheeky's a very similar player to myself, maybe just a bit less speedy and less mechanical. And that's saying something because I've not got much mechanics. But yeah,
You're the most mechanical in this voice call.
Yeah, facts. Reptic who? But yeah,
I've never heard of him. Come on.
Go to Reptic.
but yeah, it was this is last week's games. Kanasig.
Yeah.
This is last week's. The one that you played tonight will be done on Saturday or Sunday, depending. But yeah, do you guys have any thoughts on the game?
It's about what we
Eclipse.
expected, to be honest.
Yeah, Eclipse hasn't been playing a lot of Rocket League recently, and I think that's you can see he hasn't been playing as much because he's not playing as well as he did last season. Because last season he was definitely putting on a show for people, especially with his mechs. But this season he hasn't done a lot of that. So I think that's what I expected the game to be. So yeah, I expected. I didn't predict a 3-1, but I kind of expected it.
Pretty sure I did.
I think most people predicted a 3-1 for that. I remember it in chat, when casting it, which, by the way, is one of the hardest things I've done, is casting a game of my own team.
So hard not to be biased, right?
It is very hard, and it's not even just about the bias, but it's watching it as a fan because it's my team, from just going crazy when they score and, in a buy, it was very hard.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is, like, I thought it'd be, I thought you guys would still win, but I think 3-1 with Cheeky, who doesn't play, he plays very similar to you, but he can keep that high level, and it's extremely impressive. That's all I can really say.
Yeah, Cheeky's always had a gift for being decent at games and not really playing them much. So that's why I was happy when you dropped him from clinical as sub. I was like, we'll yoink him, because I don't think you'll get much of a better sub that will be happy to be sub, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely a good pickup from yourself. It works with your team dynamic, and obviously he's basically is a slower version of you, and doesn't. It's basically a lowered version down than you, and it works very well in your team. Should we move on to the next game? What was another 3-1? So it was Team Miracle versus Complex. What I think is a surprising result, and I think a lot of people agree. it was a big up for a complex there. Take the victory in a 3-1 win.
Yeah, this is the biggest surprise I think that you're gonna have in this entire list. I think Toxo
I think that's
made a massive difference. I doubted him, and he made a point of letting me know, like, I am wrong. I will accept that. Where Dwarf put wrong, no way. Um,
common dwarf L.
yeah, I mean, you popped off. I don't think you showed anything like flashy or, you know, you didn't really outplay your opponents, but you just sort of grinded them down and got the win out of that sort of fashion. It wasn't too sort of
Man,
one-sided.
I think the most mechy thing I did was a flip reset into the corner.
Yeah.
And a missed double tap.
Yeah, me and Dwarf bullied that in the.
What do you mean? I
Yeah,
had no
class,
boost.
yeah.
Where else am I gonna flip reset there?
I think yeah, it's a surprising result, but I was always one that had faith. I've always been telling you Toxo that I think you should do better with you. I just think you suit the dynamic of the team better than Bale does, and that's no hate to Bale. I think it's just a fact.
Well, I
And it
think
proved
Sorry.
here. Yeah, it just proved here with this result.
Nah, Toxo got lucky, man.
I think what the huge difference is because you're a slower player than Bale is when your team, like, you double commit quite a lot, and that's me being honest. But when it's Bale, like, he gets involved in that because he tries to be that fast one. Where because you're slower, you don't so much get involved in them. I think you can save your team quite often with that. So that's big ups to you, and it showed in this result.
I just honestly think in like Rocket League gameplay, speed is overrated. Like, sure, having speed to get to the ball is one thing, but overdoing speed is also another thing. And like, I just don't see the point of overdoing speed when you don't need
Yeah.
to.
Any
Yeah.
more points?
I mean, if you've seen Toxo play last season, you know he's not the flashiest player ever. He's more of the smarter player, and they should expect him. Well, people should expect him to not go up in the air and stuff. And I think I don't think Team Miracle have ever seen you play or played against you. So I think it was a completely different playstyle than they thought, and I think that's what helped you guys win.
One more thing, Ad. I think it's different as well. Like Hexos played that match, and no offense to Hexos, but Kanasig, is a far better player than Hexos, and I think that might have changed the game. But he didn't play, and Miracle took advantage of that, and no, am I right? No, Complex, sorry, took advantage of that from Miracle. So yeah, I don't think there's much more to be said on that. Dwarf, if you want to do the next one.
Yeah, so we've got Flame Esports against Interstellar, and 3-0 for Interstellar, which is not something that I think anyone really expected. I think we went in thinking, oh yeah, Minty's playing, we've seen him before. He's a very solid player, he's quite mechanical. And from the previous weeks, we didn't really see anything too special from Interstellar. They played against some of the sort of lower ranked teams and gotten the 3-0 win, but they take it again, another 3-0, and looking extremely strong at that.
Yeah, I didn't actually get to see this game at all. I've not seen many of the games with my busy schedule currently, but I was surprised when I seen that result come through. Flame are a strong team, and for them to go Interstellar to go and 3-0 them was a shock. It's not a shock that they won; it's a shock how emphatic they won, and they're looking like a strong contender for that. Is it Wall Thrusters that they're in?
Yeah, Wolf Thrusters,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a wee bit of a challenge for Clinical possibly.
I mean, to be honest, like I really like. I always thought that that Flame would be like the huge challenge for us, and the fact Interstellar has swept them is well, it's kind of surprising for me. Like I know Interstellar are a good team, but I really just didn't see Flame getting beat, as I thought they'd be the biggest challenge for us in our side, and I've been proven wrong. So yeah, Interstellar is definitely one that I'll be having to look out for.
Yeah. I think it was me and Toxo who casted this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no offense to Minty, but he definitely wasn't playing as well as I've seen him play before. As I've teamed with him a couple of times before, and that's definitely not uh that's not how he would normally play. Um, but Interstellar, they're looking very scary. Um, I think a lot of people put them quite low down on the predictions sheet, and I think they've proven everyone that they're definitely a threat. But it was very good games. But Flame, I think, just got caught off guard in that game.
Can I quickly just ask a question on the predictions? Why does it say Team versus Fearless 5?
Because that's
Oh,
who
that's from
played.
ages ago. I didn't actually like. We didn't never knew the result for that.
Who won that game?
Huh?
Because the outcome needs chosen.
I mean, I'm so confusing. I'll just delete it. It's fine.
It's on with Team versus Fearless 5. It's on the screen.
It's for Team on. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's
Speaking
from
of-
that's from
'cause
literally
Serenity.
so ages ago. What the hell?
Speaking of that match, though, and I'll take it as it was my match. Team versus Fearless 5. And now this was a match. 3-2 to Team. Just about edged it out. We definitely made it hard for ourselves, to be fair. Yeah, Serenity, speedy, mechanical. I think he made the difference in that match.
Yeah, I agree with that because can't remember the GC. Was it Tornado playing or was it Rex?
It was Tornado.
Tornado.
It was Tornado, yeah. I think having that Serenity as that mechanical GC definitely helps you guys out because Weekend, as some people know, he's unbelievable. His mechanics are insane, and same with Tornado. And I think having that mechanical GC, who's a very good good GC, helps a lot because he knows how to defend them and he knows how to counterattack on them.
Yeah. You know, like, I'm a bit surprised at this result. I thought Team would have won it a lot easier.
Yeah.
You know, just with the struggles that Fearless 5 have been going through this season, I thought they would have really have struggled. But to see them put up a good fight against what is a very strong team and team was good to see, and you know, it was difficult. A difficult game for team. So that's just
Yeah.
shows the fighting spirit that Fearless 5 still have in them.
I will say on that we didn't scrim, so there's
Well,
that to go off of.
that's on the other side. I was just about to say that also Serenity played, and you know, I don't know how much time Serenity's played with
He hasn't
Cryptic
scrimmed
and
since tryouts.
yeah, so that, you know, that they were team were still finding their feet with Serenity, but they got the win, and that's all you can really ask for when you're playing your sub.
Yeah.
Anyone else got anything to say on that game?
Yeah, not too much. Just with you, like you know, with Serenity. I to be honest, I thought it'd be more like a 3-0, 3-1, but still a good result. End of the day, with a sub player, as you guys said. But I think when we swift on to your game, GCI, if you want to take it. GCI. I'll take it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was CK versus Is it Solaris? Yeah, Solaris.
Solaris.
And Solaris took that in a 3-1 victory. What was a shock to me. To be honest, I really think CK was gonna be one of the top contenders in the Warthrusters conference, and it really hasn't gone this way. They are at the bottom of the league table as of now, and it's surprisingly shocking to me. Some people put them as second or first, and them dropping gate series like this is it's really not going to be helping them.
Yeah, I'm very, very surprised that this. I didn't really know this result. I don't think I've seen it or heard much of it. But the scrim that we done today before our game there was against Solaris, and yeah, it didn't end well for Solaris, that scrim. I think we averaged 7 goals a game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we played a best of 7, and yeah, I think we won like 8-1, 9-1, 10-2. It was, so I'm a bit shocked that CK got beaten that game, to be honest, from what I've seen. I don't know who Solaris's GCs are.
50, and it was Aqua, but he's left now, I believe.
Right, because I know Bale played today in the scrim.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Aqua played, did Aqua play this game?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
must have
Yeah,
done.
well,
Yeah.
that's a bit less surprising because my old teammate, I rate Aqua very highly, so it's a bit less surprising, he can really help carry a team forward.
I rate 50 and 3s, maybe more so than
I've
Aqua.
not seen 50.
Yeah,
No.
Very good in
the
3.
the teams were Vanish, Aqua, and Helped versus
That-
Lampo,
Yeah.
GCI, and Killian.
Yeah, that was actually a decent team. So yeah, that actually less surprised because that's a very different team to what we played tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I retract everything I just said. But yeah, it was it's a bit unfortunate to see CK struggling because I think we all thought that they would do a bit better, but that's what the transfer windows. If GCI and his team can make some magic happen with transfers, you never know. You never know what the last 3 games in the league will throw out.
Oh yes.
Have CK lost every game?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, so you guys are like, if you don't win, you guys are basically out now.
They have to
Mhm.
win every game and hope for some other results to get playoffs now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still possible, but
Oh no,
Yeah.
definitely possible.
It's the fun in it. You know what I mean?
Just
Um,
don't lose this week.
Yeah, just don't lose.
uh,
It's that easy.
No pressure. Like you come out strong.
That's what I do.
Like
So.
you come out like okay. Yeah. So you come like out playing strong, and then you kind of like settle down. So if you like fix that settling down, I think you can start taking series.
Luffy, that's outrageous. So.
Why does that happen,
Yeah.
GCI? Why do you like come game 1 strong, win, and then die down? Is it you get read too early? You felt like, or you take it more relaxed?
I'm in a slump, so that doesn't help.
Oh,
I mean, I'm trying my best, even if I'm in a slump. And as you all know, I'm not the best GC. I mean, I do my
Oh, with
bit,
that
but
attitude.
yeah, well, I'm not very happy with how I've been playing at the minute, so I've just been putting myself down. But I think I'm getting my rhythm back, and I'm really confident with this next game.
Everyone goes through slumps. You've just got to try and keep
Mm.
positive, because
Yeah.
the more you get negative on it, the longer that slump lasts.
Yeah.
But we will go ahead.
And for the transfer market, I think the players I'm bringing in.
Well, we'll save that.
Yeah,
for
that's-
I wasn't gonna say. I'm just
We'll
gonna
go-
say they're gonna make a difference.
Yeah, we're going to do a mid podcast next week
Mm-hmm.
during the transfer market. So
But move swiftly
Keep
onto the next result. What is Team Dynasty dropping 3-0 to Ophiosa? I have
Well-
generally not too much to say about this series.
Nah.
I didn't get to watch it.
I think it's a fairly expected result.
I think I was casting.
Was this not the one that
Did
was
you
done off
stream it?
stream?
Yeah, it
This
was
was
just
the one
Jeffo on
off stream that
GCI,
was
yeah.
done on GCI and
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Defo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not managed to see this game either, but I don't think it's much of a surprise. You know,
Well, when
personally.
oh yeah, agreed. But
Yeah.
the the first game and last game me and Jeffo casted, they were it was no offense to any team, it was really scruffy. It was really hard for me and Jeffo to cast because it was confusing. But next Fox didn't play. RBZ played their sub, I believe. And he definitely made the difference because I believe Dynasty's GC was like low GC1, where RBZ is, I think, mid GC2, and I think that made the difference because the champs were very fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good game.
Yeah, okay. Well, as no one really saw that game, did anyone else see it?
No.
We
I was busy casting at the same time.
Yeah, we will unfortunately have to skip this one pretty quick.
I'd let Toxo take the last two,
Yep, talk
so
to.
we've all had a fair turn.
Corinthians versus Resurrection 3-2. Did I do this game? Did I?
I don't know.
Who did this game? Who
Probably.
casted this game?
I don't think
Because
I did.
if I did, my memory's terrible. Who is this?
It might have been me and Toxo again.
Yeah, I feel like it
Oh,
was.
I feel like it was. Oh no, I don't remember anything. Oh no.
I'm surprised because it was a very good game as well to watch.
It was a good game.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching actually. Yeah.
Was like I'm gonna up the jog my memory.
Mhm.
Not like the match, just the.
Alright, so someone else talk.
Yeah, so basically, I think Corinthians are the surprise.
Mm,
You know, I don't think many people rated them well, and they've
I did.
came out. Oh, apart from Dwarf, the man who knows everything.
I
Yeah.
do know everything.
Realism.
Let that be known.
Yeah, it spits nothing but facts. But yeah,
That's exactly. Yep.
it was
that's
a
me.
really close game. Yeah, you may have it was shit JW, but you know the scoreline says different. You know, lots of goals. You know, 3-2. It's a neutral's dream of a game to watch. You know, and I certainly did enjoy watching it back. Yeah, but Corinthians are really, you know, I know none of the players really, and it's just a pleasure to watch them play. And you know, Resurrection are the same. They're always one of my favourite teams. I know you have had two disappointing results, but you know, you'll bounce back. You've played two hard teams.
Yeah.
You know, back to back. You know, I don't know who you've played this next or after the break, but yeah, you just take the week off. You know, talk things out, and you know, try and find your passion for the game again.
Yeah, I mean,
Well-
what's pretty cool with this series is each game different team won, pretty much. Like, win loss, win loss, win loss.
Okay, I remember
Yeah.
this game. It was me and Dwarf actually.
It was me. That's probably
It
why I
was me and
remember
you.
it.
Yeah, because Clutch King. We kept talking about his. Game.
Yeah.
So basically this is very interesting. So we're in the street around the Discord. JWBS threw up just before game 5 and didn't take his like timeout he could have got. I don't know why, but I feel like that's the main reason why they lost.
Even just asking, like, that's a very understandable thing to take a break for. That I don't think should be penalized at all. You
Yeah.
know, if you've got a medical sort of thing
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah, the only the hard thing about that is, you know, because we can't see anything, you know, that opens the door to just anyone saying, "Oh, they've used their timeout, but oh, we need another one." Someone.
No, they never used
No, they
the
didn't
timeout.
use their timeout.
All right, well, that's but you were saying going unpunished, as if to be like
Yeah, but like on
timeout.
top of like if they did use it, then if he was I get your point.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
can
that-
raise some issues. Yeah.
Today we discussed whether we were going to do our timeout when it went 2-2 against you, and me and Panic was very much against it. So you don't need the timeout. It's just there as a, if you feel that you need it.
The safety button.
Yeah.
It's not a safety button. I think it's a reset button more than anything, because I think most teams, well, probably should use it just to sort of relax.
Yeah, some people just don't. I can understand. Some people just don't
Go
like
next.
hanging about for that 3 minutes. Cool off. They can cool off.
I mean, NRG were known for never using it back in the day. So
Yeah. Some people
And
just
now look
don't.
how that's going for them.
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, when they weren't using it originally, they were top for like 2 years. So.
But I
Yeah.
definitely think Resurrection will bounce back. Hamish and Lewis are incredible players, and whether JW stays or goes, that JW's a fantastic player. If the JW plays like that unmotivated, if he finds that motivation back and decides to stay, then yeah, they'll be dangerous.
Yeah, 100%. And the final game didn't happen, so.
Yeah, unfortunately, Broken couldn't get a team together, so there's not really much to speak about there. It was just, the
I wanted
Brooksy,
it though.
the Brooksy's debut was crushed, and it's
Trixie as well.
the Brooksy luck.
Trixie and
Yeah.
Brooks played insane. So.
Yeah, I've actually got one question, Reptic. Why did Trixie not play the scrim that you?
To be honest, honestly, I was in the corner. I said, "Do you play it?" And he said, "No." So.
Fair enough, because I was looking forward to
Trix,
see
yeah, I
Trixie
know.
play.
I kept saying like when you put that in the chat saying where's Trixie, I said Trixie go play, but he didn't play that much anymore.
Because not gonna lie, they were looking good. I stepped in for a scrim, so Brooksy couldn't make it back for the scrim. We were like, my team was scrimming them, and luckily Cheeky showed up, so Cheeky played, and I played for clinical, with Trixie and Trixa, and they were looking good as well. I was really excited to see Trixie play, but hopefully he gets another chance at some point.
He has to.
No, he didn't.
Well, no.
Assuming he stays on the team, but yeah.
No. You get that's their sub games count because it's not their
Yeah,
fault.
but he's
that
only
it was a
played one,
forfeit.
no?
Yeah,
You
it's
only
only
have to play one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play him anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah. Just if you're 6-0, just play him the last game, Reptic.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
Trixie.
I think it's
Trixie
7-0.
play. And Brooksy. Brooksy has to play more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing grand finals, man.
Yeah. You're saving that one for when you don't make it to grand final.
No, for when I do make it to grand.
Because Bullbus is going to sweep the whole bracket. You're not ready.
Yeah, but that wraps up, last week's round of games. Let us know in chat any games that you thought were surprising.
Yep. Shall we move on to next week's fixtures? Well, 2 of them have
This
already
week's.
been played, but yeah, this week's fixtures, I guess.
Yeah, this week's features.
It's because
Yeah,
we
we won't go
normally do
into-
this earlier, but
We won't go into too much detail of the games that are played, but we could just say a wee roundup because we'll save the main.
What do you think this match is going to be? That's
yeah,
not
I
correct.
wonder.
that is
that is wrong.
not the right one.
Interesting.
That's the last week.
Well,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Yeah, I think I can get 100% on all these.
I
Predictions,
think
Honestly, I
the
don't
Corinthians
think
are going to win
I can
3-2. You know.
I reckon I get 110%.
Yeah, well, that
You'd
went
still
well.
get it wrong, GCS.
Yeah.
What?
You still managed to get
That would be
like,
the biggest GCI thing to do: is know the results and still get it wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I reckon I
GCIL.
There's one game, yeah, I can tell you that that I can get right.
What?
Your own.
You
Go
on?
3.
What? That no. 3-0. I lose 3-0.
That's-
Obviously.
Wait, what? Yeah.
Yo, Reptic, you good, man?
No.
You alright there?
I can't update them like right now. That's impossible. So.
Hashtag blame Reptic, everybody.
Yeah, it's all Reptic's fault.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Hashtag blame Toxo.
Hashtag blame
bro,
Toxo.
what did
Hashtag
I
blame
do?
Toxo. It's all
I'll
Toxo.
see you in week 5, man.
Mate, you're getting absolutely smoked.
Basically, so we can get it. We'll start off with the 2 games that have been played while Reptic tries to fix.
I
fix
can't
it.
fix
So-
this right now. I can't.
Right. Well,
Oh,
we'll do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
I'll do it just
Is there a
through
link for
calling it out on.
Oh, I guess I can do this. Wait, wait.
and
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go through Resurrection versus Team Miracle. There
That
you go. There's the
works.
games. So yeah, we had Team Miracle versus Resurrection. I'm going to predict a 3-0 to Team Miracle.
Are we doing this?
No. But yeah, I watched that game while I was scrimming. Miracle looked really strong. Kanasig was playing along with Charlie and Gravesy. And yeah, Resurrection didn't really look like themselves. You could really see, I do see JW lack of passion in that game. You know, it just didn't look the same as in game week 1. I don't know if any use managed. Well, Reptic and GCI used who casted it. Do you have any thoughts on it?
Yes. I really enjoyed that game.
Just a quick wee roundup because this is obviously next week's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Team Miracle won 3-0. But Resurrection definitely wasn't playing at their full potential. Because have you seen in the cup last season, that team was they were looking very good against the unseen. I think if they just got bounced back. I mean, they've had two losses, but I still believe they can come back. But it was an all-round very good game.
Yeah, I agree. Basically what he said.
who won that? I didn't get to watch.
Yeah, I was
Miracle
too busy
3-0.
screaming Toxo.
Miracle 3-0? What?
Yeah.
They cooked?
They cooked. What did they cook?
Mess.
The win.
Team versus versus Unseen, as everybody just watched it in the stream just before this podcast, was another very interesting match. Very back and forward, a lot closer than I expected it to be, and a few other people in the
Harsh.
chat expected it's just my opinion. A few other people in the chat expected it to be probably game of the week if I had to guess, or
Give it a
as
look,
of
give it a
right
look.
now. But yeah,
Give it a league. So far,
no.
in my opinion.
Trust me, my game. Ooh.
but yeah, that was the 2 results of this week. What is next?
Yeah, so for the actual predictions now, we have Solaris Esports, which will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. versus Team Dynasty, the new look Team Dynasty.
Team
I believe,
Dynasty
as well.
2.0. Yep,
Yeah.
May I go first on this?
indeed.
No.
No.
Yeah, so now I was up. Well, I wasn't up. I was finding players, and I messaged
Bless
one of
you.
the players there, and he seemed very excited to play with his new team. They look very good. Kieran, he's on there. Everyone's seen how good he plays. So excited to see how he plays with his new team. There are a couple new players in there, so I'm excited to see how they play. And I think Team Dynasty take this 3-2.
I think, yeah, I think I know the GCN. I know Kieran, of course. I think this is definitely gonna be a completely different dynasty to what we've seen previously. This is gonna be a much more sort of, I think, more hyper offense focused with some like big banging from defense. I think I'm gonna have to go with Solaris 3-2. Purely because Solaris have had more time together than Team Dynasty. I think that matters much more than people give it credit for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Solaris team's looking decent, in my opinion, and with the new Team Dynasty 2.0, like, I don't really know what to expect. most of the players in there are brand new players, so I think I'm just gonna give it to 3-1 to Team Solaris.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm thinking, it's hard because it's some new players coming in, but is it Aaron, Grizz, and Kieran? And I don't know the other two that have been signed up. But if that's the team that's going, I think Solaris could still take it down. It depends what team shows up and plays for them. But yeah, I'm going to say 3-1 Solaris as well.
Is that everyone?
I think Toxo has to.
I'm gonna say Solaris 3-0. A bit harsh for Team Dynasty, I know, but Solaris has 3 weeks on them. They've been playing together for 3 weeks now, and after just coming off a CK win, and they're on a win streak right now. So, no offense to anyone on Team Dynasty, is just put some more hours together, and you can definitely be a decent team.
Yeah. Next series up is Interstellar versus, myself. Personally, I think this is gonna be a 3-1 victory to us. Interstellar looking good, taking down Flaming. Was it 3-0? Yeah, 3-0
3-0, yeah.
victory. But I think us, and I think we're looking better and better each week. Personally, and I think our mentals are getting better as well, and just general communication. And I just think we're gonna take this in a 3-1.
Yeah, I personally think this will be closer than you think. I think Interstellar will use this to prove a point. Use both. They've got momentum. You've got a forfeit win. Didn't really get to play a proper game. I think, and then there's going to be a week break. I still think he's win, but I think it'll be a very close game. I'm going to say 3-2 to Clinical. But I really do think it depends on how Trixa and Jonah perform. I was trying to get my words out there. But yeah, I think he's win at 3-2. But if you show up and play at your best, you win. You win. 3-0. I think easy. But if you don't, I think it'll be a tough game.
Yep.
3-0 Clinical. I'm gonna go somewhat bold. I think seeing Interstellar do well. I don't think they've played the best of teams, but with Clinical, I mean, you always look to Reptic, right? It's always going to look towards that GC, and I don't think Pups really.
No. Look to Trixa.
No. Huh?
Look to Trixa. Thank you very much.
I don't know what you're on about.
No. Well, okay, in stats, yeah, but in terms of overall playstyle, holding pressure, and all of that comes from you, Reptic. So Trixa gets all those shots and goals and stuff because you hold that pressure upfield. But yeah, either way, I think Paps isn't on that same caliber and isn't able to create in the same way that you are, let alone the way that you're being able to mold with Trixa and Jonah a bit more as the weeks go on. You're only getting better. Like I remember scrimming you before the league started, and it just wasn't working.
I can agree on that.
I was panicking in the week before the league.
Yeah, so to go from that to now going to it's all melding together, it's all sort of working out now. One, you must feel gratified about that. Two, it's showing that no matter what happens each week, if you keep swimming, if you keep putting those practices in, you're only going to get better consistently. So yeah, I don't see any other result than 3-0 for Clinical.
I mean, I also do believe I think I was slumping as well, and I do believe I'm coming out of the other side of that now, slowly. So I think with me coming out of that slump, I think we will our playstyle will accelerate slowly. Better as well because of that. But yeah. Kyle, sorry, GCI.
No, I've said it. Toxo and GCI.
Oh yeah,
as
you
well.
have. Yeah, of course. Yeah, GCI.
I believe Interstellar win 3-2.
Yeah.
I think they're proving everyone wrong, and they're on such a roll at the minute. I think they have so much momentum, and I think they take this 3-2. They win this.
Fair enough.
Wait, your reasoning is because of momentum? Look who they've played. You got Dynasty Broken, and sure they beat Flame, but like Flame isn't the greatest. I don't know,
I mean,
man.
they're
You
better
have
than
like
your team.
you have okay
Wait.
reasoning, I guess. Like, but like their win streak is basically one. The two other teams, and no offense to the other teams, are just not that good.
I feel you can't say no offense and then say something offensive.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
That's but it's still it doesn't matter how good or bad your opponent is. The feeling and the momentum that you get
Mentality.
from winning any game is a boost. And as I say, Clinical don't have any momentum, at the moment. That from that forfeit just sort of slams all. I think this is the best time for them to get a forfeit because there's a week break. Well, no, there's not, because this game I'm a way ahead of myself. Yeah, they've got no momentum. Interstellar does.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't know.
But that's why I still think Clinical are good enough with no momentum.
Mm.
I think it's a bold prediction from GCI to pick Interstellar winning, but I can see it happening.
I don't know. For my prediction, I'm gonna go. If Reptic's computer crashes, I'm gonna say 3-2 Interstellar. If Reptic's computer is holding like a champ like it is right now, I'm gonna go 3-0 Clinical. I just don't really like. I could see them taking a game. Like I can see them definitely taking like 3-1 if Reptic's computer is fine. But I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say.
You know what Interstellar would do to you? Absolutely mully your team.
Bro, who was it? What? Yeah,
But you're
bro.
there in different conferences then.
Yeah, but you can say that all you want, but it can't be proven unless they both meet each other in playoffs.
Just go
Also,
to the house.
this coming from the guy that's gone 0 and
Hey,
3.
hey, you don't need to mention
Yeah,
my
I
team,
know.
yeah? I'll slap your team up, Dwarf, don't worry.
But on to Wednesday night, we have Corinthians versus Fearless 5.
I'm
I
gonna.
think that could be an exciting game. But on you go, Reptic.
I think Fearless 5 take this. Corinthians have been showing some light recently. But I believe in the boys at Fearless 5. I really do think, they haven't been getting the best results, but I really do think they have it in them to take this series. And I think Corinthians are a bit of a slower team. And I think Fearless 5 are just going to be able to overwhelm them. So I think they take this in a 3-2. I think it'll still be close.
I'll go next, I guess. And I'm going to have to disagree quite heavily, to be honest. I think it's Rex weeks to play. So I think Rex is a very good player, but I also think Corinthians is an even better team. I have them 3-1 over Fearless. I just think people keep doubting this team. They've gone 3-2 against Team, and they've won 3-2 against Resurrection. Those are two very good teams. I can't remember what that other match was. Was it Unseen? It might have been Unseen.
Lotus.
No, we've not
Lotus.
played them.
Lotus.
3-0 Lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to back Dwarfs here. I think it's no question a 3-0, in my opinion, to Corinthians. Fearless 5 haven't shown anything really
Well, they
at
did
all.
against us, but
Yeah, but they still lost, Yeah, I think Corinthians are a good side, and I think Fearless 5 will struggle. my heart wants Fearless 5 to win because, you know, it takes a bit more of the pressure at the top off of us. You know, it gives us more of a boost away because that's us, I think, 6 points clear now. If they lose, we will be 6 points clear at the top. So I want Fearless 5 to win, but I don't see it happening. I think Corinthians will win 3-0.
I guess I'll go next. Lotus win.
Lotus.
What?
I mean, sorry, I read the wrong one. Corinthians, Fearless 5 win 3-2.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for them. Although they're not doing so well at the minute. And I know Fearless 5 are in a bit of a sticky situation at the minute. I still think they come back stronger and they win at 3-2.
This one's actually really tough. See, I get Dwarfs and Kyle's point where, you know, they beat Resurrection and then they 3-2 team. But Fearless 5 also 3-2 team. So I can see this game going anyway. 3-2 any side. I just don't know who to pick. I don't think I have a clear pick. It's just 3-2, whoever's playing good at that day.
Got to pick a side, surely.
No, I can't. I physically can't. I don't know who's gonna win. I just think like I honestly
Flip
don't
a
know.
coin.
Go with the gut feeling. Like, what's your gut feeling of who you think is going to get that 3-2?
I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say Fearless because I like Rex and Tornado. There, happy. 3-2. Fearless. I'm gonna say that. That's what my gut wants, and I hope it happens because I'd like to see Fearless get their first win. No offense to Fearless for losing the rest.
Right, well, we'll move swiftly on now to the next game, which is Complex versus Team Lotus, and we'll let Toxo kick it off, seeing as it's his own team.
Who's lowest player? Do we? Well, I'm pulling it up.
Complex. They're
Toxo
playing
Swap.
you.
Yeah,
No.
sure.
I know they're
On
playing
the
me, but who have they
team.
played? Okay, they've beat Fearless, lost to Unseen, and then lost to Corinthians. Well, I'm definitely playing this one.
Oh, you lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
No, to be fair, I think you win 3-1. I believe your play style is completely different to how Lotus play, and I think it's going to throw them off. And I think you as your GC, you may not be the best GC, but you're not the worst GC. And I think
That's
you
GC,
have I'm the worst
Wait.
GC. What do you mean? And yeah, I think you being like more of a smarter player, I think it's going to throw their GC off. Yeah.
Me, I think Complex take this. Myself, I have belief in Toxo and Co. I do believe it's a must-win game for both teams.
Hmm.
You know, it really, you know, you get that win, it puts you right in the hunt for 4th place. And whoever loses has got a real uphill battle. But I have faith, and I'm going to go 3-2 to Complex. I think Toxo clutches up. Add Loopy. But yeah, so I'm going 3-2 to Complex.
Hmm. This is quite a difficult one for me because I speak to Toxo a decent amount. I want to go for him, but I'm not going to,
Well, that's rude.
and I'm hoping that's gonna jinx it. Although me saying that probably counteracts that. So I'm gonna say Lotus Lotus 3-2. I think it'll be a good game.
Does
I,
me,
huh?
sorry. Does me winning this make this harder for you or easier for you?
I don't think it affects us.
It's the same. It's the same outcome regardless either team.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're both in the same. You
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
both
We
put the
both have
same
one.
pressure on.
Yeah, we both have. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it also depends on the GCs that are playing. Like if Lotus is thinking that maybe we play our GCs against a lower rated team. Although I think there is strategy in playing your subs against the higher level teams.
I think Lotus have already played their sub GC.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah, Dash
Yeah.
first
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
First
yeah,
game,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that leads us on to the next game. So there is no game scheduled for Friday, sorry. So
That's surprising.
Friday is a free night, which is very surprising. That's been normally one of the popular nights to play. But yeah, they've all sort of came early this week.
Don't
And
we all?
then the next game would be Saturday, and that is CK Esports versus Flame Esports.
GG's
And I
well
will
played.
pass that on to you, GCI, as it's your team.
Yeah, GG's well
Yeah,
played.
top.
Yeah. I'm. I'm. Yeah. So
He's-
basically.
Show
Um,
some confidence. Come on.
So basically, 3-0, we lost GG's probably. Nah, I reckon I'm going in with a lot of confidence, and I'm going to try and get my team to scrim, try to do a couple of replay analysis with Walshy as our coach. Even if he can't do it, I'll do my best with my team. And yeah, I think we win 3-2.
Yeah, I
Actually, no, scrap that. 3-0.
I think
Let's
your
go.
I think your first prediction was more like it.
yeah.
What the 0-3 to?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the to flame. Yeah.
On a real one, I believed in CK from the start. You know, I think they've had some rough times, but it happens in some leagues. Some teams just don't do as good as well as they're supposed to, and it happened last time with Resurrection. Thought they'd do great. They didn't end the best. I mean, they did better. They didn't do terribly, but they didn't end it exactly where I thought they would. So I'm gonna put some life into CK, and I think it'll be a 3-1 to CK Esports.
Me, I want to have faith in CK,
But
but
you ain't.
it's the same with Fearless 5. They've not shown anything, and that defeat last week, yeah, I think that's that. Yeah, I don't think that against Solaris. I don't think that's a good sign. And Flame, they're both coming back off of defeats, and heavy defeats at that. I'm going to go 3-2 to Flame. I think it's going to be a real close game that, on their day, CK can win it, but I think Flame will just squeak by 3-2.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
everyone spoke. So the thing for me is CK Esports. I'm not going to pull a Toxo and say no offense because it is what it is. You have not shown anything. Like game one, you pop off. You personally pop off.
Me?
Most of us, yeah.
Me? Are you talking about G-Shot?
Yeah. You
You're lying.
played the best in game one, and then you don't play the rest of the game. You go to sleep.
Yeah, for some reason my mono keeps turning off. I think I need a new one.
But yeah, I think your whole team just like you don't mesh, you don't play for each other, you don't have any speed, you don't have anything going for you. Whereas I think Flame do have that to some extent. I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination they're one of the better teams, but they have shown something. They're decently fast and mechanical. Although they do tend to crumble in defense, so there is that to hope for. I'm gonna have to go with a Flame
Oh,
3-0.
shit. I didn't mean to do that.
Language.
Language.
Yes.
That's 20 quid in the Swejo.
20.
Yeah, 20.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
rich.
How was smooth from the merch?
You know
Is
what?
that-
I'll get my nan to send you all a grand. How's that feel?
Please do. I'd take that. But yeah, is that everyone had their prediction on that game?
I
No, I
believe.
didn't.
Oh, go ahead.
Toxo didn't,
I
right?
didn't.
Toxo
Toxo?
didn't. Toxo.
I hate to admit it, but I agree with that Dwarf. CK looking like a good team at the start, but he said go sleepy. After one game, it kind of doesn't help his team. So I'm gonna say
I feel like I'm getting bullied.
I'm
man.
gonna say CK
You
take
are.
the first game like they always do, and then they lose the rest. So 3-1 Solaris. Sorry, not Solaris. Flame.
Thanks for the confidence, guys.
3-1 Flame. Yo, GCI, just like honestly, turn on your controller,
Yeah,
turn on your monitor, drink
Ah,
some
that-
caffeine, and wake up.
So the trick is to turn my monitor on and put my controller in. Sweet.
Yes, and drink some caffeine to wake up.
All right.
Yeah,
10 monsters.
That moves us on to the next game. Broken Esports versus Offiesa
Ofiosa.
Esports. And I'll let Reptic take it away because Reptic's helping Broken
Let's go,
get a new
Rappy.
team.
Rappy.
I don't think Reptic's there, so
No.
So yeah, I'll go away then. Broken, I've got a slight revamp. I think they still have Seema and Bags RL, but they are also got Nad coming in to help because one of their players unfortunately misbehaved and got himself removed from the server. So Nad's coming in, but he won't be playing this week. So they're still looking for one champ, I believe,
That is
to
correct.
make up a team. So if anyone has any champs out there, champ 1 to champ 3, let me or Reptic know if they're interested in playing, and we'll get them in this Broken Esports team. But yeah, if you want to take over, more of what's going on with Broken Reptic.
Yeah, so we had Seema and Bags left over in the team. So we've obviously, Kyle said, we picked Nad up as a sub. So we are obviously still looking for a champ, as Kyle said. There's not really too much more to it. To be honest, I can't remember if we got another GC or not. I actually can't remember that.
That's not a good sign.
But yeah,
Sounds
no,
like
I
a
mean
good
we have Seema. I'm gonna put like a sub GC. But yeah.
Good breath.
Did the people set their predictions for this yet? Or?
No, but we're
No,
starting
no.
it off with you.
Oh right, we're starting this off. Okay. It's a hard one because I don't know the champ. Obviously, they're gonna get in as of now. I'm gonna say it as if Nad was playing. I think Ophiusa will still take it, but I think if Nad was playing, it could be a 3-1. 3-1.
Yeah, I have to go with that. Like, I think Orpheus will win it. 3-0. Nad's my brother from RSC. I brought him over here, but I still think coming into a new team, the first week, even if Nad did play, even though I know he just cannot play, it's going to be tough for them. So I think Orpheus will win it 3-0, but I think Broken can rebound the last 3 weeks, and they might not be able to make playoffs, but they'll definitely have a strong end to the league play.
So I've always been a believer in specifically CMAT. I think people still underestimate him. I think he's a very capable player. So it also depends on what GC is playing for Officer. Having played with Next Fox in twos the other day, he played incredibly. He's very team focused. He got a lot of passes going on in there. So if he's managed to get some scrims in with his team, adapt a bit more, and we've seen the other GC play RBZ, I believe, instead of him, and they've had good results with him. So I think this is much closer than I think people are gonna think it is. Obviously, it depends on what champ gets in. I'm gonna say 3-2 to Ophiusa.
Yeah.
However, I want Broken Esports to win.
So anyone else?
GCI
Uh,
and Toxo.
Okay.
Go on, Toxo.
No, you go, you go.
Look alike, man.
Yeah, so basically.
um, uh, I, I think it was a clear win for me at least. Oh my,
Ophiosa.
Ophiusa.
Ophiosa. I think they win 3-0. They're playing so well as a team. From what I've seen so far, they have a lot of potential, and I think they are looking very good. And Broken, they've had a little revamp, yeah, but we just gotta wait and see, really. Yeah. So I reckon oh my.
Ophiosa. Ophiosa.
No. You know what team I want about win 3-0? I can't.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Wait, what team was you on about again, sir?
No.
My prediction is Ophiosa, the proper way to say it, is gonna take it 3-1. The reason why I'm thinking this is because obviously Broken are gonna have like a whole new team now, and Ophiosa know how to play together, so they have that edge up on Broken. And I don't think there's really much more I can say.
Yeah, so I'm going to lead on to Reptic. Do you have Brooks's predictions? Because I know Brooksy wanted
I
us to go
have them
through.
wrote down. Yes,
Right,
not on
well-
the screen though.
If you want to just quickly read them out, then.
In fact, they can go on the screen. No, they can't. Never mind. So for Ball Busters, we have Team Miracle losing 1-3 to Resurrection. His reasoning was the way that Miracle have looked a little shaky in recent weeks. I believe that Resurrection will overpower them with the amount of pressure. Well, I don't think it's too bad of a prediction.
Well, it's wrong because they got beat 3-0. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Common Brooks EL.
I forgot about that. Anyways, Corinthians beating Fearless 5 3-2. Fearless 5 have struggled to find any form in which we saw last season, and for me, Corinthians are only looking stronger each week. I think this is going to be very close and could go either way. That's a very good prediction as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, goes
That's
with
fair,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Complex losing 1-3 to Team Lotus. If Complex
gang.
are able to maintain the form from last week, I think they will be in with a chance. Team Lotus need to be able to get their shots and their goal ratio up. They will be winning these games easily if they did, especially if Eclipse is able to find the form that we have all seen and we know he is able to do. Team losing 1-3 to Unseen, so obviously we know that's wrong, but tough game, very tough game. but I think what we've seen from Unseen is they're very good together and are not scared of any other team. Team have looked good and a little shaky in games, but have been able to stand the pressure. Broken Esports losing 0-3 to Ophiosa. Going to be tough as new players are coming into Broken. Ophiosa are looking stronger and stronger each week. I think this is because Broken will have lost their chemistry and it'll be an Ophiosa win. Solaris 3-2 against Team Dynasty. Solaris looking good. Seem to be getting used to each other very well. Another team which had a revamp in Team Dynasty due to circumstances. Are they going to be able to be strong enough to beat Solaris? And is it possible for them to link up quickly? CK losing 1-3 against Flame. I like CK, but they've struggled too much to put anything together. Oh my god, that was loud. To put anything
Sorry.
together and just slow
Thanks,
down after the
Reptic.
first game. If they do that here against an upcoming team in Flame, I don't see them standing a chance. I hope
Thanks.
they prove me wrong. That wasn't my prediction. What are you saying? Thanks to me for?
I know, it's Brooks. It's outrageous.
CM, so Clinical Masterminds beating Interstellar Esports 3-0. Both teams not dropping a game yet, so it's going to be a very interesting match up to say the least. Obviously, as a CM player, I have to back the boys. They are looking strong every game. They play in mechanically, they outclass Interstellar mechanically, and I think it could be a difference maker. So, Brexit, bro, my eyes are so blurry. I'm like, I can't see the screen, bro.
Is that them all?
Yeah, that's all of them. I don't
Well,
know if that made somewhat sense. I can't read.
That'll be me typing Kanasig. Sorry. But yeah, that is Brooks's predictions, and I think it's quite solid predictions all round. But yeah, does anyone have anything else they want to add? Because I would like to wrap up because I'm very tired. So.
Same.
Yeah.
It's bedtime.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in for the podcast. That was very fun, personally.
Yeah.
I always
Remember
like
to
the podcasts.
Remember to come back and watch the games this week. There they are up there. So that is tomorrow. There's a game at 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Then Wednesday, a game at 7 p.m. And then Thursday, a game at 8 p.m. No game Friday. So if you have any plans, that's the time to do it, Friday. And then Saturday, we have 2 games. And then the podcast will most likely be Sunday evening. Rather than Saturday next week. And then also remember next week, this is the last week, there will be a week break and transfers will be open and we can... sorry, I was just going to say, actually, go back, rewind.
Oh, my bad.
Here's the league tables. Thank you, Reptic. Will we have a wee discussion
Obviously,
now that we're, half...
today's game.
Yeah, but this is from last week.
Yeah.
Anything there that's surprising you from the ball busters? My surprise is Fearless 5 being 3-0 and only picking up 3 games out of those.
I think
games.
Miracle should be higher, but yeah, nothing like
It's
terribly.
just the teams that they played, though. I think that's the teams that they played.
Yeah, Miracle have played. Yeah, the top teams in Resurrection or set. Well, that's this week, but they played us.
Yeah.
Trixie said Lotus should be higher. I do agree, but I don't think they played the right rosters half of the time. But yeah, onto Dwarf rosters real quick.
And yeah,
CK.
I don't think. I think it's a surprise that Interstellar are perfect. 9-0. I think that's a surprise to me, and obviously CK struggling down there. I think it's weird to see 3 teams on 0 points.
Yeah.
This stage.
You know what?
And 2 teams haven't won a game as well.
I
Yeah.
can't complain. I'm not bottom, so
Still not the best place to be there, GCI. You might want
By
to
3
getting some
games.
wins in.
hey, I'm not complaining. At least I'm not last.
At least you've won 3 games.
No.
Exactly. Do you know what? You just got to look at the positive side. Getting
Love it.
3-0 nearly all games.
Love it.
But yeah, that will wrap up this week. Remember to tune into those games coming up this week.
That's all right.
And the podcast on Sunday where we will go in more depth about the transfer, the transfer week where it will be no games.